3, 2, 1.
Hello organizers, it's Celine Trojan, your Director of Organizing. We are filming today from Union Bay near Courtenay. I'm sitting in a boat with Dave Mills, who's our provincial organizer for the North Island, celebrating with the Sea Lions because we've had an action-packed weekend, and I'm excited to tell you about starting on Saturday, where we had a day of action across the province in response to the oil spill in English Bay. So about 80 canvassers from Burnaby, Victoria, Vancouver, the North Shore, and here in Courtenay all hit the doorstep asking British Columbians to ask the province to pull out of the NEB process, the National Energy Board process, and do their own review of Kinder Morgan, because clearly the federal government is not doing a good enough job to protect the coast and to put measures in place in case of emergencies. So we got about 2,000 signatures out of that event. Thank you to everybody who participated. Hats off to the folks in Victoria, Terry Dance-Bennick and her team. They're really excited about all of this. Terry Dance-Bennick and her team went out with 40 volunteers and got about 1,000 of those 2,000 signatures. So you guys are really holding it down, and kudos to you. There was another big event this weekend. I'm going to pass the film to Dave. Dave, what happened this weekend?
Aside from having a training and doing some canvassing in Courtenay, the Association of Vancouver Island Coastal Communities, those are the delegates who represent your various town councils, were meeting for their annual convention in Courtenay. And on the table were a couple of very important resolutions on expanding tanker traffic and provincial participation in that NEB process Celine was talking about. And thanks to over 357 emails from people like yourself, those resolutions passed, as well as a last-minute resolution on spill preparedness, because clearly the feds dropped the ball on that. So a lot of progress based on our work with municipals last fall. It showed here in Courtenay this weekend.
Thanks, Dave. Another update. I'm just going to pan over this way. Union Bay, where we're sitting in this boat, used to be where the coal port was here on northern Vancouver Island. And if you can see over there on that hillside, it's black. That whole hill, Dave tells me, is coal. It's where they used to dump coal going in and out of the port, which is timely. Over the last few weeks, our coal campaigners and coal organizers have been encouraging British Columbians to send comments in to Port Metro Vancouver. Fraser Surrey Docks has put forward a proposal around a wastewater permit, which we thought was really nerdy and that not many people would participate. But we've had almost 3,000 people sending comments to Port Metro Vancouver, which is totally unheard of. They have never had that much participation in anything. In fact, they've never had pressure to allow the public to participate in a project or proposal like this. So amazing work from the folks on the coal team. In the process, we've got about 150 new folks, new prospects who are hoping to join our teams and team up with us on coal. So way to go to Ari and her folks in the Lower Mainland on that. Lastly, or two last things to note. One thing that we learned from this weekend is that we have incredible stories to tell, but sometimes we're so in the moment, we don't take that time to take a picture and tell a story and let everybody know what we're doing. So coming out of this weekend, I hope one thing we can work on as a movement is taking that moment when we're out in the field, knocking on doors, to take a picture of what we're doing and send that picture with just a little story of who you are and why you do this into our wonderful communication folks, Lindsay and Carl and Christina, so that they can post it on social media and amplify our stories. Now the last thing to give you a heads up on for this week is yesterday was an incredible moment in the campaign. This time last year, the folks in Kitimat won the Kitimat plebiscite. So this week it was a huge moment in our campaign. And if there ever a chance to get together with your teams and raise a glass and toast to your successes and to the incredible support that we've built over the last year, this could be a great week to do that. We certainly have a lot to celebrate, and I celebrate you on this Volunteer Appreciation Week for all the incredible work that you've done. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.